Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. In this lecture we will see the alternating current circuit containing capacitor and resistor. Now let us consider an alternating complex voltage. Now in this circuit let us first see, this is the suppose the capacitor C, and here is the resistor R is connected in an alternating current circuit. Here is the alternating source is given to this circuit. Let an alternating complex voltage at any instant t is V equal to V naught exponential. This is j omega t. Here this j is the complex number that is equal to root over of -1. Since we will consider I as the current, that is the instantaneous current. So here we will consider j as the iota, or that is basically the root over -1. Now the physical voltage that will be equal to V equal to the real part of this V naught exponential j omega t, and if I will split this exponential j omega t into the real part and the imaginary part, then this will be the real part of this V naught exponential j omega t becomes cos omega t plus j sin omega t. Here the value of j equal to -1 root over. So the real part of this V equal to V naught cos omega t. This is called the physical voltage. Now we will calculate the current. Let the complex current in the circuit at that instant is suppose I. This is the complex current. Here that is I. This is the small I. Now the potential difference across the resistance are, suppose you are considering the potential difference across the resistance are is suppose IR, and so the potential difference across the capacitor will be equal to capacitor C. So that will be equal to I into, in place of R, here this is I into XC capacitive reactance, and this is equal to I into 1 by j omega c. This is the value of Xc, that is 1 by j omega c, and the sum of this potential difference across this R and C, since the circuit contains the resistor and the capacitor, so we will take the potential difference. Here is the alternating current source. Now we will see the sum of the potential difference across this resistance R and the capacitance C will be equal to the EMF of the source at that instant. This is the KVL, that is the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So here this will be equal to, for the resistance R, here we can write this is IR plus this will be I into 1 by j omega c, this will be for the capacitor, and this is equal to the total potential, that is equal to V. Here it is the voltage V. Now if I take common I, that is the current, that will be, here I have taken common I, then this is R plus 1 by j omega c, and that is equal to V. Now again this I will be equal to V divided by R plus 1 by j omega c. This is suppose equation 2. Now if I compare this equation with the Ohm's law, that is I equal to V by R, the current through the circuit will be equal to potential with respect to the resistance and potential divided by R. So here you can see, if I will compare this equation 2 with the equation 3, this part will represent the resistance, and this R plus 1 by j omega c, this is the total resistance due to the RC circuit, since here in this circuit it contains only the resistance and the capacitance. So here this reactance, we can say that this will be, the total resistance will be due to the presence of the resistance and the capacitance. So that is R plus 1 by j omega c will be equal to Z exponential minus j pi. Why? Because here you can see, here this j, the value of j equal to -1 root over. So I will multiply j here, and 1 j in the denominator and 1 j in the denominator. So this j into j, that will becomes j square, and its value will be equal to -1. So in this part we can write this will be R minus, this will be j by omega c. This j into j, that will becomes -1. So it will becomes j divided by minus j divided by omega c. Okay. And this represents z exponential minus j phi, and that is a complex impedance of the RC circuit. Okay, this is z exponential minus j phi, and that is, if I will take the magnitude of this z, that is the impedance, then this will be equal to R square plus this will be minus j square, this will be j by omega c minus j by omega c whole square. J, since j square is minus 1, then this minus 1 becomes plus 1. Sorry, we can take. So this is your, suppose let me tell you, in case of a complex number, suppose let me write, suppose z is a complex number, so we can represent this in terms of x plus iota y, or here we are considering this as x plus jy, and the complex conjugate of this complex number we can write x minus jy. When we want to take the magnitude of this, then simply we have to take x plus jy, and here we will multiply with its complex conjugate, that is x minus jy, and that after we will take the square root of this. Here this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. This is simply a square minus b square. So in the place of x, it is simply x square. In place of a, this is, here I want to write a plus b into a minus b. So this is equal to a square minus b square. So in place of a, it is x. So this will be x square minus, this will be jy whole square. J square, you know, j, the value of j equal to minus 1 root over. That's why j square will be equal to minus 1. So j square is minus 1, and here is also minus is present. So now this becomes, this will be equal to x square plus y square root over. This will be x square plus y square root over. Similarly, here you can see that in this case also, this is r minus j by omega c equal to z exponential minus j phi. When we will take the magnitude of this, then this will become z into z star, here exponential minus j phi, and we will multiply one conjugate of this, that will be exponential j phi. So this part goes to 1, and this z into z star becomes modulus of z square, or if I, and this is equal to this r minus j by omega c. Here we can write this as r square plus 1 by omega square c square, because a square plus y square, this is in the form of this r minus j by omega c, r minus, here I am writing r minus j by omega c. If you can compare this, this is z equal to this much, so the value of x is r, and 1 by omega c is your y. So here simply x square plus y square means r square plus 1 by omega square c square. So simply here this will be r square plus 1 by omega square c square. Here modulus of z square is this much. So modulus of z will be equal to root over of r square plus 1 by omega square c square root over. Okay. Now let us see here. Now the modulus of z equal to r square plus 1 by omega square c square whole root over. Now if I will plot the curve between, this is the current and this is the, or if I write, this is suppose the voltage for the, across the capacitance, and this is the voltage across the resistance. Or if I plot a graph between, suppose simply this is r and this is your, suppose 1 by omega c, then if it makes an angle phi, then this will represents, this part will represent the z exponential minus j phi, or simply we can say that this will represent z. And here this phi represents the phase angle by which the z leads r. Okay. Z is here the impedance, and this tan phi, that is the phase angle, will be equal to tan phi. You can see here tan phi will be equal to p by b. So this will be 1 by omega c divided by this r. So tan phi will be equal to 1 by omega c whole divided by r. And hence we can calculate here the current. The current is here I equal to Vy. Here you can see the value of the current I equal to V divided by R plus 1 by j omega c. This is equation 2. So from this equation 2, this I equal to V by R plus 1 by j omega c, and in place of V, if I will substitute the value V naught exponential j omega t, and here this divided by R plus 1 by j omega c, in place of R plus 1 by j omega c, we can put z exponential minus j phi. So here I am substituting the value of R plus 1 by j omega c as z exponential minus j phi, and hence it can be written as v naught by z into exponential j, taking j common, this will be omega t plus phi. So this I naught equal to v naught by z, it is the maximum current, that is the peak current. So here we can write this current will be equal to I naught exponential j omega t plus phi. Now you can see here, if I plot a curve between, this is the graph between voltage versus the time. So the curve will be like this. This is the voltage versus the time. And again, if I draw the curve for the current versus the time, then this is the dotted one. It represents the current versus the time curve. So from this curve we can see that this is the graphical representation. This is the graphical representation. Or you can represent this as in the vectorial form. This is suppose the voltage V, and this one is the current, and you can see that this current, the current value is I naught exponential j omega t plus phi, but here V will be equal to V naught cos omega t, or simply we can write, if we write V will be equal to V naught exponential j omega t. So here the current will lead, so hence we can write it as in an alternating current RC circuit, alternating EMF, it will lag behind the alternating current by the phase angle phi, or you can write it as the alternating current leads the alternating EMF by phase angle phi. Okay. So this is all about the RC circuit in an alternating current circuit. That's all for today. Thank you.